Hello, you guys. I'm Valentino. Welcome to the gag. This is episode 3, and we have
Reb3llious. It's your boy Rebel.
So, we are here with Rebel. He just dropped a project recently.
Billy.
It is 13 tracks of pure storytelling. Like, I didn't know him, like, personally at all before listening to it. And I can truly say that after listening to the project that I feel like I know so much about him. Like, about his, just how he feels about his mother. How he feels about his daddy. How he just feel about life, how he feel about how people look at him. Like, I got all that. As with this being his first project, I feel like that's successful. That's what you're supposed to do. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
You.
And that's
little clink clink.
Right, little cheers to that.
Yes.
But that really was the objective for like this whole project, was for me to really introduce myself as an artist, and just the people who, like I said, don't know me, they can know not only am I this person who has been through a lot of craziness but excitement at the same time, but I'm also this real ass rapping ass nigga. So yeah.
When I listened to it, I was like, I like when I listen to people, any music especially, I just like to not have any like other things, like let something stand by itself. So with listening to it and not letting anything else I know about you stand by itself, like, it makes me want to know. Huh?
What you know about me? I'm like, hold on, what the hell you know about me?
Like, you know, like, okay,
let me find out.
Like your Beyonce, like the old group, your old group, like all that. Like, if I take all that away, like, I don't know anything about you, and this is all I got. Like, I'll accept that. And it makes me want to know more.
Appreciate
like, it makes me want to know more. You dropped the intro a week in advance. Was it a week? Yeah, it was a week in advance.
Yeah, about a week. Yeah. 10 days. 10 days.
Okay. And so I remember I first heard it, and I said, "Oh my God!" That's the first thing I said. I said, "Oh my God!" I was like, first of all, it's really, I love the beat. I like how it starts off. It's like, okay, what is about happening? It gives you real like circus. It gives you like American Horror Story right before the shit pop off. Like, it was really, really like build you up to break you the fuck down. And I feel like that's what the track did, because would it been the intro to the project, it was amazing. And then would it been like, I guess, your intro to like your first like release single, like solo, like that was like for this project. Like, it did a lot. And so, of course, while I was listening to it, I love lyric content. So, you know, I was just, okay. Then I got to the line, you say, "I'm the best." And then you go on to say that everybody's noticing it. because you, I guess, everybody's noticing. You dropping new shit every week. I know you were talking about your freestyles that you have been dropping for the last couple of months. Your Sea Green freestyle is really, really good, by the way. And then you go on. And then you pull out your little Beretta. I don't even think it was a Beretta, because it wasn't, because the Beretta is like, you just was handling it. It's like, boom, you done. No, you pulled out your machine gun, and you and your pen had some fun with some words. And some of these words were associated with other people. And
we're gonna get into some things, I see. First thing.
We're gonna jump right in the green.
It's the gag.
We're gonna jump right back.
Right,
Jump right in. And yeah, so tell me about that, because I'm gonna stop right there. So you tell me the rest.
I think the one thing I can appreciate about hip hop, and Mulatto said it actually in an interview, and I really love that she said it. But hip hop is a competitive sport, and like if we really dial back to like original hip hop and like what rap really started on, it was kind of everybody talking their shit, saying that, you know, I'm the best. If you're gonna come into this thing, you gotta say you the best. Like,
because if you're not, why I want to hear you?
Like, why? So of course I just felt like it's only right for me to, you know what I'm saying, poke the bear a little bit,
stir the pot a little bit, fire,
just to see who really has the capabilities and what I would like the pen game to, you know, come back at me like.
So so when I heard it, I was like, one, I'm an analyst, I'm a Scorpio, so I like to analyze shit. So I was like, did he choose these certain acts because he felt like those were his competition? Or did he feel these certain acts because he felt like these were what the community had at the time? I want to know, why did you choose these certain acts? That was really my only question when I heard it. Because I knew every act. I was like, okay, because I listened to these people. So when I heard that, I'm like, I wonder why he chose those. Like, is it a reason then? Like, what was the reason?
I always say to anybody, I don't feel like I'm in any type of competition with anybody. The only ones that's in my league is Nicki, Drake, and Wayne.
Yeah, like, you said that after you said all them. You did say that. You clearly stated that. You did say that.
So, but yeah, just kind of like what you said, it's what, of course, our community is fed.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, like I said, just kind of stir the pot. And also, like, all the people that I said in the song, or the references I made, I respect them to a certain extent as far as like their artistry and what they put into the community, But I just wanted to be known that, like, what y'all giving, y'all can give that. I'ma handle the real rapping on this side. No shade for shade. But yeah, I mean, like I said,
you said what you said, and it's out, and it's there, and listen to it.
Yeah.
Billy, the intro, it starts off with a bang, and it keeps going. So, I've been listening to it ever since it dropped, literally. On the way places, driving yesterday, today, like, just listening.
The vibes.
Yeah, and so, because I like cohesiveness. I really do. I'm really somebody that appreciates cohesiveness. Like, I like stuff that makes sense. Yeah, you put 13 songs out, but do they stand together, or is it a whole bunch of singles? Like, I feel like it's cohesively, it makes sense, it flows well, everything about it. So I was like, I want to say my top five. Like, if I had to take these as singles, I said my top 5.
Give me an EP. What's the EP?
Okay, so of course number 1 would be Billy. Billy has to be number 1.
I'll take that.
I feel like it has to be. I feel like it goes there. Okay, so I'm an emotional gangster. So I'm always for some love. I'm always for some love with a little ratchetness. So Old School is my number 2.
Yeah.
And it does help that Eli's on the song, because his little short fine ass. Like, I'm all
Shout out to Eli Liberty.
Yes. So I was here for that. Elephant in the Room. Because for me, the reason why I'm a person right now to where I used to be a doer. So when something happens, I would just do it and say fuck it. I done got older, I guess, so now I try to analyze shit, and I try to talk stuff out, and I try to, get understanding. And so I feel like maybe that Elephant Was in the Room was your understanding song. Like, I love you, bitch. Like, what the fuck, what's the problem? Just tell me, and we can get past it, we can work it out. And I felt like that was growth, because it showed a lot, because even like in your other song, like Daddy Issue, where you were talking about a problem with someone, you still you finished it up saying like you really would want to work it out, but like, you full of shit. Yeah. But we can work it out. But I just, as long as you know you full of shit, and I know you full of shit, we gonna go from there. So Elephant in the Room would be number 3, just for growth purposes.
Right. Period.
Okay, number 4.
Oh boy.
Grammy acceptance speech. And why? Because it's just pure emotion. And I feel it. Like, you feel it. You feel the track. And you have to be able to do that as an artist. You have to let them know where you are in that moment. Because you might not never ever be in that moment again. From when you wrote it, whenever you recorded, you might not never get there. So you feel it. I felt it. And then number 5 is probably my favorite song on the whole project. And so I literally found myself humming it.
Oh boy.
I was humming it literally right before I walked out here to this interview. I was in there humming it. Go.
Yo.
Go, because Go is such a it's a radio track. Like, I literally can hear that on the radio. One, because if you take out when you talk about being the greatest rapper, you take that part out, and you just, anybody can just input themselves into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the greatest hairstylist. I'm the greatest motherfucking dick sucker. Like, you're the greatest any goddamn thing. Like, Go allows you to be that.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's just so, it's so catchy. It's just so, it feels like it's supposed to be one of those, remember when they used to make a lot of videos where they were just so,
Mm-hmm.
It feels like one of them. It feels like, and I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, so Go. That's my shit. So that's my 5. That would be my top 5.
I love that. Go is actually one of my like, I say everything is my favorite on Billy, but Go was one of my favorites to not only write but to record, just because I went into the studio and I just really wanted to challenge myself as far as my sound. Like, I felt like people knew that, you know, I can rap, people knew that I can, you know, write, you know, crazy bars, but I wanted to have like some fun on the track.
That's what it gives, like, fun. It gives fun and structure.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that's what it gives. It gives structure and fun.
Track 2. I said track 2. Brought it right in.
Track 2. And then he says it at the end of the track. He says, "This is just track 2." So that's his way of, like, you know, you're supposed to listen to this in order.
Yes.
Just listen to it in order, because that's the way it was set up. But yeah, track 2 is heat. So, with you saying that Go is probably your favorite on the project, are we gonna get a video for it?
So my original plan is I had an original plan of, like, you know, doing a couple videos for a couple of songs on there, but ultimately every song is gonna get a video.
Ultimately, okay.
And I really want to kind of stick with the storytelling of the album, so, you know, of course, we're gonna have,
oh, that's like, good. That's number 2. If we're going in order, that's even better.
We're gonna have like a little lemonade situation. I'm really trying to be in my Beyonce bag type shit. Okay. But yeah,
I feel like that's the way to go.
Go is gonna get a video. We actually just came up with the concept today. I can't really get into it.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh sister, I know be your brider. Give me one chance, make I be your fighter, provider. Toto for my man, make I be your pasta. Meaning Jumuti, make I be your sponsor.
So all I can promise is a lot of lemonade and maybe a side of tea.
Our fabulous time here in Houston, Texas. We came down, we served it. Hey.
But I don't really like you because I feel like I'm the baddest. But I don't know you well enough to have 30 minutes worth to say I'm Greek.
I'm a friend of Roshane. I felt the type of way the way you addressing him. Your whole persona is killing my vibe.
man. Go.
As long as I'm here.
My hand is here.
No, I'm over him and his friend.
Good.
Here.
My hand is here.
Okay.
6 feet
telling you
tall
the man
distance.
light on. You gonna hop on your
I
scooter
will
and
see
go
you into
home. I'm like, you know, like a smooth criminal. That'll definitely get my attention if we was chilling hanging.
And we're back. He gonna keep doing that. I'm here for it. So just took a break. Your project, Billy, it has a break in it. It has an interlude.
You caught that.
The interlude is giving very SZA motherfucking wavy vibes. Like, where the fuck is the rest of it? And so I want to know, was it intentional interlude? Did you not want to do a second verse? Was you not feeling the song that much no more? So you was like, just, hey, whoever your engineer is, just copy right there. And that's what we giving it. Like, I want to know why the fuck is the song not finished? Why is it an interlude? I just want to know why.
So one of my favorite artists, of course, is Rihanna.
Okay.
And I ultimately wanted a birthday cake type vibe.
Okay.
Like,
oh my God, I feel bad because that was like the original where I first incorporated it. Okay.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of...
Oh, so that means we'll get a remix later on then. Okay.
But ultimately, like I said, I really wanted to challenge myself even with that song, just because a lot of people that know me don't know me as, you know, a quote-unquote gay. Like, that's not my sound that I would initially go for.
It gave very ballroom.
Right.
It gave very, like, cigarette and...
So I just wanted to, like, you know, kind of pay homage to my community, let them know that, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still this hard-ass nigga, but, you know, I can get down with the girls, too. And that's what Can't Sit With Us is really giving, but...
I'm very disappointed.
Well, you don't be disappointed. I am going to have an extended version of that, and I actually want to have it kind of be like a very, very much so an even bigger homage to the community, and have like maybe a couple other gay rappers, gay artists, gay singers on it, and just kind of...
Because that like, I feel like it's set up to be amazing.
Yeah.
From your first verse and then just the chorus, it's just there. It's like she is pussy. She's pussy. She's very caught.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm here for it. So I can't wait to hear more about that, because that one really, I was like, why is this? I started over because I thought my phone did something. I literally said
Everybody.
because the first time I was on the plane when I heard it, and so I ran back because you know you were on the plane. So I was like, it went off. It just went off. I said,
everybody says that, like, why is this shorter? So I'm like, don't worry. That was.
But no, actually, I feel like that shows that the song is needed, because everybody wants to know what the rest of it is.
Yep.
Like, ain't nobody looking for something if they don't want it.
Exactly.
If you don't want it, it's where the fuck is at.
But now y'all have an extended Can't Sit With Us. Don't worry about it. Coming soon. Maybe on the deluxe edition.
Deluxe.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm always working.
Amen. So, I know we brought it up a little bit when we talked about me saying Elephant in the Room would be on my top 5. So, what's up with your old bandmate? Group mate. What do you call them?
My Undercity boy, my Carisha, my JT type.
Like, I don't like, okay, if that's what you call them.
No, but no, we're of course obviously cool. Like, we have this song Elephant in the Room, and of course if you listen to the song you'll hear kind of what happened. You'll hear like the background of, you know, what happened in PTSD. But like I said in the song, is we both weren't on the same page as far as how we wanted to take this.
Okay.
So I had to respect on my end, you know, being a little bit patient with him as far as, you know, how he wanted to discover himself as an artist, and, you know, he had to on his end respect how I wanted to as far as continuing this. But I'm glad that we did Elephant in the Room. It's just because it's like I hate I don't necessarily hate it, but like I feel like, you know, people always like, oh, what happened? What happened? And they're always like expecting some big dramatic breakup and everything. And not to say it wasn't dramatic to a certain extent.
But it just wasn't the mess that people were looking for.
Yeah, it wasn't the mess. It was just us just being, you know, we really came into this really fast. Like we just literally started this shit a year ago,
right?
And then we dropped our EP PSA in April of this year, and here I am 6 months later dropping my solo album.
Going solo! Going solo!
So,
he said, we'll see your luggage. I'm just
but now at the end of the day, like everybody knows that like it's all love, like,
and that matters.
And I wouldn't be doing this shit if it wasn't for him like really hyping me up in the beginning. So at the end of the day,
so will we get a rekindle in the music?
Yes, it's like I said, it's always gonna be
open. The door's open.
Yeah, it's always gonna be PTSD.
Okay.
But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm always gonna be Rebel, and I'm always gonna make sure that if it's one thing you're gonna see is you're gonna see me working continuously.
Okay, I'm here
at
for
this
it.
point, I can't stop.
Okay, so when you started, how long did this process of recording this project take?
So, I wrote Billy the intro on September 28th. And I was actually originally gonna release a 3-song EP.
And so was Billy the first song? Okay.
The 3-song EP was gonna be 3 completely different songs.
So none of the songs that was on the EP are out.
Hold on. Oh, 2 of the songs are on the album.
Okay, what are the 2? Because I like stories, so I like building.
So Ready or Not and oh my gosh. Oh, Roses. It was Roses, Ready or Not, and another song I had called I Know.
Okay. We didn't get I Know.
You didn't get I Know.
Okay.
And you got I Know. You got I Know in a different song, GOAT. Go. You got I took my verse from
the
from
first
I
and
Know.
the second one.
I took the second verse from I Know and put it into Goat.
Okay.
And but I was originally gonna do like a 3-song EP called Revolution, and that was gonna be kind of my introduction as far as, you know, who I am as a solo artist.
He said, "Fuck them 3 songs. I'ma take away 1, add 11, you get 13, and here go a project and hello."
No, I like I said, I heard the Billy beat, and what's crazy is that when I first heard it, I had called my fiance Hemi, and I was like, this sound like you. Like, you sure you didn't make this beat like somewhere? And it just automatically just like clicked. Like, this is something I need to do. And then I came up with the Billy concept, wrote the song, and then I was like,
took it on the road.
I was like, I can't release it. I can't release this as a single. I now have to create an album. And I was like, you know what? We sat there, we talked for a little bit, and I like I said, I appreciate Hemi so much for everything, just because he.
Hold on, pause. Y'all, if you don't know who Hemi is, Hemi, we had Hemi here earlier this season. This is his fiance Rebel, and they are in love badly. They are. I think they complement each other very well. And so when they talk about each other like in the perfectest form, and I love that. And so that's not something we get to see that much in our community. People are actually being in love and they're actually working and they're actually doing shit. No shade, all tea. But like, I appreciate that. I really do. So like, they're each other's partner, literally. So continue.
And like I said, it's once he kind of, you know, lit that flame in me, it was like, yo, you got to do an album. Like, you can't just give him a Billy intro and this is a single. Like, you have to create an album. And I was like, all right, everybody knows like one of my favorite holidays is Halloween. I got 30 plus days. Let's make this shit happen. And
so 30 days
we did,
and we got Billy. That's amazing. I don't think y'all understand how, if you don't know how long it takes to create a project or how much time, dedication.
Like, I was in the studio.
It had to be 24/7 at this point.
I was like, my engine, like I shout out to my engineer. Like, we really created like such a relationship to the point to where
that's how it has to be.
he was like, all right, what we got today? What we got today? All right, we got this checklist.
So,
and it was,
when you was writing, so when you decided that you wanted to do a full project, did you come up with a number?
It was actually gonna be 12.
Okay.
Because
so what's the add-on?
My birthday is 1/12 January. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
So.
Okay. My father's a Capricorn. My grandmother's a Capricorn.
Yes.
Like,
good people.
Y'all just stubborn. Y'all so fucking stubborn. Like, oh my fucking God. But besides that, besides being stubborn, I feel like y'all have a lot of great traits. But like, that's the one bad trait that gets on my damn nerves. Y'all just stubborn.
But
no reason.
No, but there's so many reasons why this 13. Just because, like, one reason could be, you know, Elephant in the Room. Elephant in the Room was one of the last songs that I actually recorded.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then another reason why it would be 13 is Grammy Acceptance Speech, because Grammy Acceptance Speech was actually going to be a song called Made, and it was actually going to have a feature. But I was unfortunately not able to get, you know, the person that I was on it just because of time constraints and everything. So legit, I had to take that, and I was like, all right.
Well, no shade. Whoever was supposed to be on it, I'm happy you wasn't there. You didn't need to be there. This was his. But his moment.
I had to tap in at that point because I was like,
your moment.
I was like, all right, we're gonna completely turn this in from Made into Grammy Acceptance Speech.
I don't even want to. I told you I like building, but I don't even want to know what it sounded like before, because that, I'm glad whatever it sounded like before, it had to change. Because Grammy Acceptance Speech, it's really like, I like stories, I like emotion, I like artistry, I like people to know they actually put time and dedication into doing something. So I feel like with Grammy Acceptance Speech, I get that. I get your heart on the track. Your heart is on the track.
That's what it was.
I recently saw him perform Grammy Acceptance Speech. He broke down. And one thing that I heard from the crowd was everybody was, of course, cheering because it's amazing. But I don't know, maybe it was one of his friends or his family was telling him to take his moment. And because he was walking off stage. And is that something hard for you? You don't know how to take your moment? Do you? Or was it just that moment? Was it?
I will say one thing that, you know, as much as I can be as cocky on the track or whatever the case may be, but you know, a lot of people don't know I'm very humble. Like, I'm very appreciative of this journey and this, you know, the opportunity to be able to share my work with people. And sometimes I forget to give myself my own roses. So, the reason why I was trying to rush off the stage, because everybody, like, people that really knows me knows that I'm, like, as hard as I am, I'm a softie. I'm an emotional gangster.
I claim it. I claim it. I'm an emotional gangster.
Like I said, leading up to, like, last night, I was, like I said, an emotional wreck all day. I was crying, listening to, like, my live, doing my rehearsals and stuff like that. And ultimately, like I said, Billy, at the end of the day, was such a therapeutic moment for me to be able to, like I said, share my work, and especially, you know, at the Screamfest, being able to perform that and
the host. He's just, I guess we're gonna add him to the list. Just like his fiance, he does multiple things. So
yeah, they have me on the mic all night.
You know, his fiance has 99 jobs, and so the other, I don't know how many, I guess belong to him. So maybe it's a house thing. They wear a lot of hats.
Child, he teaching me.
Amen. You see that? That's love. You know how many people be scared to tell somebody teaching them something?
Nah, he teaching me a lot. I tell him all the time, like, you will go, and it's only right that you got a goat right here with you. Like,
yeah.
He doing songs now. He rapping and shit. I'm like, you know, you was a singing nigga, and now you rapping.
Your man is an artist. He's an artist.
Hey y'all, it's Billy.
So I want to know this. Project is dropped. Your morphins are high. What are you most excited for? What's gonna come out of this project being released?
Just really the recognition that, you know, as humble as I could be, that I feel like I truly deserve.
Okay.
And that's not only
And what does recognition look like to you? Because everybody has a different recognition, so I want to know, when you say recognition, what you mean.
I would say it would ultimately tie down to the respect as an artist. And what that looks like for me is, you know, supporting as far as, you know, buying my album, streaming my album, sharing it, you know, type thing. Like, I feel like we support these, you know, artists out, these mainstream artists that don't work as hard as people in our community work.
Allegedly. We don't know. We don't know what they do. Never mind. No, he's looking at me like, bitch, they don't work as hard as we do. Go.
No, but like, you know, and that's no shade. I mean, you know, you're right.
I'm not taking it. No, I'm just saying it like that because you have to realize it could be somebody else, just like us, that work their asses off. That in their head, that's working their ass off.
But even what I even say, like, even the people, even in our community that kind of are kind of on the higher ends and everything, and they
we know them.
You know, they put out these slaw ass tracks, and it's just like everybody just bump into it just because it's
because it's them.
They got 100,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? The name of it.
I appreciate. Okay,
but
you
know, it's kind of like, I really just want people to understand that there are people that are out here, and like I said it last night to Hemi, that would literally do this shit for free.
For free.
I'll do this shit for free. Like, I love this shit so much that.
And the fact is, you're not even doing it for free because you invested your time, your money into it. What? And my time is valuable.
What? Like, no, but
so even doing it for free is still at a price.
You said it. A word.
Take it, receive it.
But yeah, that's ultimately what I just want from Billy, is just people to hear me out as an artist, give me the same opportunities they would give, you know, these other people that, you know, that are working probably just as hard as I am. But anybody will know that I'm, like I said, I drop some heat like every week. Don't act like y'all don't hear it.
And on that note, we're gonna close out with Mr.
Period.
R.E.B.3.
Yeah.